Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Computer Science Classes by Nikhil Srivastava, and in this video we will study about what are self joins. So we have already studied about cross join, inner join, left outer join, right outer join. We have already studied about these kinds of joins, and now we will study about self joins. So when a table is joined to itself, then it is called as a self join. So I have taken a very simple table, and that is the EMP2 table, and it's a very simple it's a very simple table. Let us see what are the contents of the table. Select star from EMP2. This is my employees 2 table. So if you go to this table, you are having an employee 1 which has name Amit and the manager ID is null. Now you have another employee which has the employee ID 2, her name is Neha, but her manager ID is 1. So what does this mean? That means her manager is Amit. Why? Because the employee ID of Amit is 1. Similarly, if you see Vishal, what is the manager ID of Vishal? The employee Vishal has a manager ID of 2. And which is the employee that has an employee ID of 2? It is Neha. That is why the manager of Vishal is what? Manager of Vishal is Neha. So now if I, this row has three rows. This table has 3 rows. Now if I write, suppose if you write like this, select a star from EMP2 join EMP2 comma EMP2. Suppose you alias this column as E and you alias this column as M. So how many rows will you get? You will get exactly 9 rows. How will you get the 9 rows? Because this table is joined to itself. Okay, it is an example of cross join. Why it is an example of cross join? Because this table is joined to itself. It has 3 rows, and 3 cross 3 is equal to 9. So the situation is something like this. If you go to the paint example, the situation is something like this. Now I am gonna say, suppose this is my EMP2E, and this table, suppose this table is, say, suppose EMP2M. Alright, so now this E means the employees table. E means the employees, and the M means is an alias for what? Suppose the manager. Okay, and now what do I want? I want the managers of all employees. I want the managers for the employees. So if you do a cross join, then this suppose you take this row. Okay, this row will be joined to this row also, it will be joined to this row also, and it will be joined to this row also. Alright, suppose this row, and this row, in case of a cross join that we saw in, but if I want to find the manager of Neha, if I want to find the manager of here, see, this is the E, that is the employees table. So the manager ID of Neha is equal to the employee ID of the manager. So I mean, for Neha, the join root should be something that this is the valid join root for Neha. Then you take the Vishal, the manager ID of Vishal, that is 2. Now in case of cross join, it was joined to all the 3 rows, but it should be joined to which row? It should be joined to this row. Because why? Because the employee ID of Neha is 2. The manager ID of Vishal is 2, and the employee ID of Neha is also 2. So what will be my joining condition? The manager ID E.mgr equal to will be what? Equal to the employee ID from the, if you write like this, the manager ID from the the manager ID from the employees table has to be equal to the employee ID from the managers table. See, I am aliasing this E table as the employees table and the M table as the manager table. So this way you will approach this query, and the table is joined to itself. So how will you see? So self joined are one very special example of inner join, because the table is joined to itself. So how am I going to approach this query? Suppose I say, see, E is alias for the employees table. I will select the name as, suppose, employee, and then M is the alias for the manager table. So again I say m.ename as, suppose what? Manager, from EMP2 E join emp2 what? The managers table. On what is the joining condition? E dot e dot mgrid equal to m dot eid. If you write, sorry, m dot empid it is all right. Ename from okay, as manager from okay. I think now it is correct. mgrid and empid. Okay, so you got these results. The manager for Neha is Amit, and the manager for Vishal is what? The manager for Vishal is Neha. Okay, and this is what the result. See, for Amit there was no manager because the manager ID for Amit was what? The manager ID for Amit was null. Okay, so this way we have solved this query. So now we can go to our original table, and this small table was just for for making things clear. So now you have, suppose I say select ename, suppose I say select eid comma ename comma mgrid from which table? From the employees table. If you are writing all right, select eid. Okay, you are getting this. Okay, so for Nikhil and Nitin there are no manager ID. For Sonali the manager ID is 1, that means the manager of Sonali is Nikhil. And similarly now I have to find the the manager of all the employees. So what query will I write? Select what? E dot ename. Okay, then m dot ename. Okay, so E is alias for employees table, so this E dot ename will be the name of the employees, and M is alias for the manager table, so the this will be the alias for manager from which table? From the employees table E, join again the employees table M. And what is the joining condition? On E dot what? E dot the manager ID from the employees table has to be equal to the employee ID from the managers table. If you write it, then you will get. Okay, so you are getting like this. Okay, now you can, I'll just copy it so that okay, I've copied it, and then let us go and paste it over here so that I can do some interesting modifications. So I'll again properly format it, and so from this query, if you are applying this query, you are getting this result. See, I just copy it, and if I go and I just paste it over here, you are getting this result. Now if you just make a small modification in this query, I say order by suppose manager. So m dot ename is this is manager is alias for what? M dot ename. So I have ordered by manager. So if I'm just gonna copy this query, and if I go and paste it, you'll find. Okay, so there are two managers, Nikhil and Nitin, and this is this is the result. So I think now we can approach some interesting queries. Let us try to solve these queries. Query to find the employees with respective manager. I think I have just I have already solved this query. Now I want you to write this query. Query to find the employees for whom Nikhil is the immediate manager. Okay, so how will you write this query? I want to find those employees for whom the manager is Nikhil using joins. So what query will I write? Okay, give it a try. If you are not able to get it, then okay, we'll solve it on one. So this was my original query, and now I only want the name of the employees for whom the manager is Nikhil. So I will remove this order by, and I'll add a where condition. Where what? Where the manager is what? M dot ename is equal to what? Is equal to Nikhil. If I write, then you will filter out which rows. Okay, again I'll copy it. I'll copy, and if you go and paste it over here, see, now you have done what? You have filtered these rows. If you are not able to get it, then you can just see, because if if I'll take the pen tool, then once I've said where m dot ename is equal to what, m dot ename is equal to Nikhil. So this was m dot ename, the manager. M dot ename was manager, was alias for m dot ename, and I said it is equal to Nikhil. So these many rows were all filtered. Okay, these 6 rows were filtered out, and you are getting the result. And now if you just want the name of the employees, then what will you do? I'll just escape it. And if you just want the name of the employees, then you don't want the manager name, because the manager name is already, it is already, it is decided that manager for all these employees is Nikhil. So I just want the name of those employees. So the query is again very simple. I'll copy it, and if I paste it, then you will get the result. So Sonali, Abhinav, Vaibhav, Rashmita, Rajneesh and Wasim. Okay, and Wasim are the employees for whom the manager is Nikhil. And now I want you to write one more query. And what is a query? Query to find the number of employees under each manager. So I want the count of employees under each manager. See, this was my, for example, you had this result. For example, under Nikhil there are 6 employees, and under Nitin, how many employees are there? There are 3 employees. So I want, the count of employees under Nikhil and Nitin, and you have to make modification in this query. You have to make a modification in this query. So what will you do? Naturally, so give it a try on your own. Okay, I'll pause it. Okay, if you are not able to get it, then I want a count under all the managers. So one manager group is what? The Nikhil group. Okay, and I want a count under this group. So, and then the other manager name is what? The other manager name is what? Nitin. So I will have to group by what? I'll have to group by this. I'll have to group by manager's ename. Okay, I'll have to group by manager's ename. See, and then which group function will I need to apply? I will need to apply the count group function, because I need to want to have a count. So for Nikhil, the count will come out to be 6. So how will you approach this query? So I think I need to make some modifications. So what modifications will I make? So here I will not select the name of the employees. Instead, I will select what? Count star as, say, suppose CNT, and alright, and group by what? Group by suppose manager. Okay. So see this here, if you go, you are grouping by what? You want to group it by manager. One group of manager will be from Nikhil, and the other group of managers will be from Nikhil. So then you write like this, and okay, if I copy it, and I think we have solved many of these kinds of queries, but still, sorry, I copy it, and then again I'll just terminate it, and if I paste it, oh, there are some problems. Let us see what is the error with the query. Write syntax from employees e join employees m on, okay, mgr id. Okay, there is some problem. Group by manager. Okay, I think I have forgotten to add a comma. I think now it should work. Okay, let us go and copy it, and again paste it. See, you are getting under Nikhil, how many employees are there? Under Nikhil, 6 employees are there, and under Nitin, which is one more managers, how many employees are there? There are 3 employees under Nitin. Okay, and then I know, I just want you to attempt one more last query for the joins. Query to find those employees who have more than, say, suppose in this case I would say more than 3 employees working under them directly. Okay, query to find those employees who have more than 3 employees working under them directly. See, here under Nikhil, 6 employees were working, and under Nitin 3 employees were working, but I want only those managers under whom more than 3 employees are working. So what query will I write? Give it a try. I think it is very simple. If you have just watched my videos, then it is very simple, I just need to add one more clause. And what is the clause? It is the having clause. Having what? CNT greater than 3. See, this count star, this column was aliased as CNT, and now I can use this alias and I can copy it. And once when I copy it, if I go and paste it over here, I will get I think I'll get, okay, it's not copied. I don't know why it does, sometimes it's not doesn't get copied. Okay, again I'll copy it, and then if I paste it, I will only get Nikhil. Why? Because under Nitin the number of employees is 3, and I want the name of those managers under whom the number of employees is greater than 3. Okay, so this is you're working with self joins. I think there is one more important select star from employees. This is my employees table, and I just take one more query. And what is a query? Let us see. It is very interesting. If I go here. Query to find all pairs of employees in department 20 who were hired in the same year. Okay, in the same year. Okay, I want to find this query to find all pairs of employees in department 20 who were hired in the same year. See, what do I mean by it? Suppose I say select star from employees where DPT ID equal to what? Department ID is equal to 20. So you are getting a list of all employees who are in department number 20. But I want the the pair of all those employees who have the same who were hired in the same year. For example, if you see Sonali and Anshita were hired in the same year, that is 2017, and Neha and Rajneesh were hired in the same year, that is equal to 2013. So I want such pairs, okay, who are in department number 20. See, all these employees are department number 20. Why? Because I have written this where clause over here, where department ID equal to 20 and the department ID of every employee is equal to 20. But now I want pairs of listing of those employees where they were hired in the same year. So what query will you write for this? Can you approach it by using inner join? Yeah, we'll have to use inner join because both. So I'm saying pair of employees. So suppose Sonali and Anshita is one pair. Sonali and Anshita is one pair. But if you see, Sonali is also coming from this first part of the pair. That is Sonali. That is also coming from the employees table, and Anshita is also coming from which table? It is coming from the. It is also coming from the employees table. So I think it is. I think it is for first time. It may be a little, little tricky. It's not difficult, but a little tricky, So select e.ename. Suppose the first table is aliased as e. Suppose, and the second table is aliased as suppose d. Then I say d.ename from employees e. First table as aliased as e. Join the second table, and the second table has been aliased as d. Okay, and what will be my joining condition? Suppose I say on e.dpt id okay, if I write this much query where e.dpt id equal to 20, if you write this much, let us see what is output. I am also not sure how to approach this query. Let us try to approach it step by step. I'll have not copied it. I'll copy it and then I'm gonna paste it. Table, okay, it is not existing. Okay, I will just stay the employees table. If again you copy it and so you are getting the pairing of all the all the rows in the table, but I don't want in this manner. Why? So now let us do one thing. Because I want, I want both of the pairs to have the same hire date. So what will I say? Where extract what? Extract year from e dot hire date is equal to what? Extract what? Extract year from which table? D dot hire date. Now if you write this query, then what will be the output? Like if you're gonna just copy it and paste it. Okay, sorry. Alright, I forgot to add the on. So on this condition, and again if you write this, I will just minimize it, and again if you copy it and then if you run it. Okay, so now you are getting a listing, but here you see that suppose Neha is occurring with what? Neha is occurring with Neha itself. So I want to, I want to remove this also. So I can say and e dot ename is not equal to what? D dot ename. Okay, then what will you get? Just copy it and just go and paste it. So you are getting this employees. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I have mistaken with this condition. And suppose I say d dot dpt id, because from the the second table also the department ID has to be what? It has to be 20. So if you just go and if you copy it, I think now it should work. Yeah, now it is working. So you're now you're getting the proper result. So because if you see select star from employees where dpt id is equal to 20. See, now you are getting proper result. Why? Because Sonali and Anshita were hired in the year 2017 and Neha and Rajneesh were hired in which year? They were hired in the year 2013. So these are the pair of employees who are working in the same same department, and they were hired in the same same year. See why I'm writing this condition. If you just go and remove this condition, I'll take few more minutes. If I go and just remove this condition and I just copy it. Okay, I don't think many times it doesn't get copied. I'll copy it, and then why I am writing this condition, I'll just explain. Oh, see. Alright. Again, I will go and copy it, and let's leave it. Just you see. So now you are seeing what is exactly happening is that, see, here Neha is being repeated with what? Neha, and Rajneesh is also coming out because you are selecting names from both of the tables. So Rajneesh is also occurring with Rajneesh. So I will add one more condition that the names that you select from one table has not to be equal to name that you select from the other table. So this much modification you also have to do. If you I just go and then if I go and if I copy this code, and once when I go and paste it, copy, and now if I go and paste this code, you will get this result. Okay, clear. So I think we are done with this So thank you so much for watching the videos, and thank you so much for liking all the videos, and please do keep on liking and subscribing to all my videos. Thank you so much. Okay.